Yo, welcome back, Ike here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at another class called Usurper. This class is heavily inspired by Kazuya from Tekken, so if you like aggressive pressure, heavy fighting styles, then this one might be right for you. But fair warning, this class definitely is not the easiest to learn, and it probably has a highest skill ceiling. Let's break it down. So, Usurper is all about constant pressure. This class is designed for players who want to stay right in their opponent's face, forcing mistakes and punishing them with long combo strings. Instead of backing off or zoning, you're meant to stay close and keep attacking so your opponents never really get breathing time. If you like aggressive playstyles where you're always pushing forward, this class is definitely for you. So let's get into it. One of the biggest strengths of Usurper comes from a talent called Guard Crush. This becomes especially powerful when your opponent is near a wall. When you land a subjugate on an enemy that's positioned near a wall, Guard Crush allows you to combo extend, further letting you deal extra damage and keep pressure going. So positioning becomes really important when you're on this class. The closer you are to a wall, the better. So, because of mechanics like Guard Crush, Usurper can pull off some really long and satisfying combo extensions. But to actually do that consistently, you need to be able to read your opponent's movement, position them correctly near walls, and execute your inputs clearly. So while the damage potential is high, it takes practice to fully unlock it. I believe a lot of hours is needed to be able to wield this class, because it's one of the hardest ones of course. But yeah. And this brings us to the biggest downside of the class, skill ceiling. As said, it is harder than every other class in the entire game, and a lot of the moves require more complex inputs, and if you mess them up, you're definitely going to lose your combos or give your opponent an opening. So, this class rewards players who are willing to practice mechanics and execution. It's definitely not the kind of class where you can just press a few buttons and get a maximum amount of value, so if you're looking for that type of class, hop on Projector. Alright, let's get into the skills of the class, as well as the passives. So, first of all, your first passive is the M2. The M2 basically becomes different, it becomes a backhand called Subjugation, which deals more damage, but then it's the better M2 in general. I think this is one of the biggest selling points of Usurper, as it's really strong, and a great M2 in general. Next up, you have Intense Focus, another passive that lets you regain stamina when standing still, gives you more stamina than other classes, and the fact that you don't have a block animation. As you can see, I'm currently blocking, but no one can tell. As you can see, I'm slowed down. So yeah, it's pretty great. Able to hold F way more than usual because people won't know when to punish you. But yeah. Now let's get into the real bread and butter of this class, Wave Dashing. Wave Dashing is essentially the entirety of Usurper, because you need to be able to use this in order to do most of your skills, such as Wind God Fist. Now this does an uppercut that upflings your opponent up in the air and allowing you to do more combos. It does not work against dummies, but I will be providing clips. You also have Daemon Sweeps, which is 2 kicks that deal good damage and can be used to end combos. You can also Black Flash these, as you can see, which allows you to combo extend for even longer. Now, another skill you get is Subjugate, which is essentially the best skill you have on the class, in my opinion. Press E and enter at the same time to deliver a rush that drags your opponent into a wall. Now, in here, it does not proc Guard Crush, so you're not able to do combos in here, but I will be providing clips for that as well. So E and enter at the same time, as you can see, it pushes them towards the wall. Now, your last skill is Pinpoint. It's essentially a down slam kick, really great, but there's a way to make it even better. If you wave dash before using it, it will keep you to closest enemies. So yeah, it's pretty good class in general. I think you should dive into this if you want to be more mechanical and do more saucy combos in general. But yeah, let's get into the combos of this class.